If someone were to ask me for a spot to escape the world without straying too far from Da Nang, I wouldn't hesitate for a second to point them toward the upper reaches of the Chu River. Hey everyone, I'm standing right here in Hoa Bac, a valley often whispered about as the green lungs of Da Nang. But today, my journey goes beyond just admiring the endless rolling mountains. I'm taking you inside Leaf Village and Farm. It's a newly discovered poetic sanctuary for the soul, where the deep forest greens blend perfectly with the shimmering turquoise of the water. So, come along as we break into this farmstead and see exactly what's been making everyone rush here to check in lately. Hoa Bac is truly showing off these days. The sun is a brilliant golden honey, drenching the lush green canopy in light, the absolute definition of a perfect picnic day. We're just a few days past Tet, so as you can see, Leaf Village is buzzing with life today. It seems everyone feels the same as I do, wanting to cling to those last lingering moments of leisure before diving back into the daily grind. On a sun-drenched day like this, watching everyone drift through these experiences, I can truly feel the positive energy radiating through the air. A little bustle, a little lively chatter, all tucked within this Emerald Valley. It's simply the best way to kick off a brilliant new year. My first impression of Leaf Village is that even the name itself feels cool and refreshing. True to its name, everything here is designed to be one with nature. You'll spot rustic thatched roofs nestled quietly at the foot of the mountains, wrapped in the deep emerald of the flora and the crisp, clean air of Hoa Bac. But honestly, this isn't just your typical tourist spot. Leaf Village operates as a retreat blended with an organic farm. From the lush vegetable patches and the mini petting zoo to the pool that opens up right to the valley, it's all been curated with such a delicate touch. Stepping away from the main area, I've stumbled upon a vibrant treasure hidden right in the heart of Hoa Bac. An entire field of cosmos flowers is in full bloom, a vast sea of romantic soft pink dancing gently in the spring breeze. As you can see, I'm not the only one completely mesmerized. So many visitors are pausing here, lingering just a bit longer to capture these radiant moments. Bright smiles and pretty outfits flickering through the sea of petals. It all weaves together into a vivid spring tapestry, overflowing with positive energy. This small path leads us straight down to the riverbank. And look, from this angle the Chu River begins to reveal itself, shimmering in a deep, clear blue through the trees. This crystal clear water, set against the backdrop of rolling mountains in the distance, honestly, I feel like I've wandered into a tropical Switzerland rather than being in Da Nang. The space here is incredibly open, shaded by lush greenery and dotted with plenty of rustic wooden benches. It's a perfect 10 out of 10 picnic spot for anyone wanting to sit back, sip some tea, and fully soak in the profound stillness of Hoa Bac. Just sitting here, you feel all your weariness simply being washed away by the flow of the river. Just look at this river. The water is so clear it mirrors the clouds above. Surrounded by layers of mountains, forming a massive emerald wall that shields the entire valley. The best part is they have plenty of SUPs ready for you. If the view from the bank isn't enough, You can glide straight out into the middle of the river, floating on the water, touching the cool flow and seeing the peaks up close. It's a sense of freedom that's hard to put into words. If you love these peaceful frames of Hoa Bac, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay tuned. It's true, only when you let yourself adrift here do you realize how small we are, and just how wondrous the nature of Hoa Bac truly is. Following the sound of trickling water, I found a small stream flowing into the river. The water is so clear you can see every pebble on the bottom. This is the favorite spot for families. Kids can splash around to their heart's content, while the grown-ups just relax and catch the breeze right by the water's edge. A simple little corner, yet incredibly soothing. And here it is, the surprise I promised you. Just look at these bungalows. The design is truly one of a kind. From the roofs to the walls, everything is crafted from bamboo, cane, and straw, all natural and eco-friendly materials. Some are even draped in climbing vines, looking just like a fairy tale village in Switzerland, but with the gentle soul of the Vietnamese mountains. Each home is surrounded by flower bushes, lush grass, and small paths leading straight to the clear pool. Everything intertwines so perfectly, creating a green space that's just a feast for the eyes. Don't let this rustic exterior fool you. It's incredibly comfortable inside. The combination of thick, natural roofing outside and a cool air conditioning system within is the ultimate secret weapon here. No matter how harsh the sun gets in Hoa Bac, the moment you step through that door, a refreshing atmosphere instantly wraps around you. Escaping the heat with such comfort. Pretty amazing, right?
Gói khác này nè. Có được không đừng có quỳ xuống út. Mới có xót được. Quỳ xuống lưng ngay trong ánh nót này đừng ra ánh đấy. Đi tại đó chụp đi nó.
I'm truly impressed by the way they do tourism here. Instead of harsh concrete blocks, the riverbanks are reinforced with rustic rope bindings, tucked quietly behind a strip of flowers in full bloom. It's enough to ensure safety, but subtle enough not to break the natural flow. Standing on this grass, looking across the flowers, the blue river, and the rolling mountains, I truly admire the heart of those who saw the beauty in this place. They didn't try to change Hoa Bac. They simply polished it to bring us closer to the wilderness. Thanks to that refined vision, we have this peaceful little corner where the boundary between human touch and the breath of nature almost fades away. To experience this space, the entrance fee is $8 per adult, which already includes a drink of your choice. If you're looking to stay overnight or grab a meal, there are separate packages tailored to your needs. With such a vast and lush landscape, this spot is perfect for family outings or even companies looking for an ideal team-building location. But what impresses me most are the nighttime activities. I've heard that in the evenings, there are campfires and unique cultural exchanges with the local ethnic people. I believe this is a very meaningful approach. Instead of just exploiting the natural beauty of the Hoa Bac Valley, these activities help elevate local values and introduce cultural heritage to a wider audience. Most importantly, it creates real jobs for the local residents and ethnic communities here. It's a very humane way to develop tourism, one where nature, culture, and people are all treated with respect. Walking down this flower-lined path, with the river drifting lazily on one side and rustic homes nestled at the foot of the mountains on the other, I've realized something. Vietnam is home to so many breathtaking hidden gems that even the most seasoned travelers have yet to uncover. Perhaps for too long we've been looking outward, admiring the famous valleys of Switzerland or other far-off lands, while unintentionally overlooking the treasures standing right in front of us. Looking at this view, don't you think this scenery rivals any world-class destination? What about you? Do you agree that the landscapes here can be even more magical than what we see in international films? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You don't need to travel across the globe. The peace and majesty of Hoa Bac is a priceless gift all on its own. Coming across this four-legged friend running around, it just hit me. With such a vast, wide-open space, leaving your pets at home would be a real missed opportunity. Just look at how much energy this little guy has. You can tell exactly how much fun he's having. Part of me wants to tell you to bring your dogs along, but the other part is worried. They might fall so in love with this place that they'll refuse to leave.
Biết ngay mà, không biết. Hạ xuân thu đông vậy đó. Xuân hạ thu đông phải không?
Nhân có trò chỗ nào?
Cái trò mà nó hít. Cái trò mà hít mà xong á.
Strolling along this path, what I love most is the feeling that you can never truly get lost. It seems that every trail here eventually leads you back to the Queue de River. Just take your time, admire the greenery, and breathe in the scent of the fresh sunlight. Sooner or later, that deep blue water will reappear before your eyes. This seamless connection makes me feel incredibly relaxed, as if the river is the beating heart guiding the way through the entire valley. There's still so much more to discover in this village, and I'm about to take you through even more surprising corners just ahead. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me for just a bit longer. Look at this. The path is like a silk ribbon woven with flowers and flags. The flags fluttering right at the edge of the deep blue river create a scene that's both vibrant and full of life. Every step here feels like turning a new page in a book about Hoa Bac. On one side, the lively pulse of the red flags. On the other, the absolute stillness of the water. It's this very contrast that keeps me moving forward, wanting to see what surprise awaits around the next bend. Come with me as we uncover what's at the end of this road that makes it so captivating. Can you hear that? That's the sound of a large stream rushing right before our eyes. Unlike the stillness of the river we saw earlier, the sound of the water here brings a completely different energy, powerful, fresh, and full of life. I'm truly blown away by the diversity of this land. In just one stroll, we've journeyed from the peace of the thatched roof bungalows through paths lined with vibrant flags and flowers, and now we're standing before the majesty of a rushing mountain stream. It's an experience filled with every emotion, stillness and movement, wild nature and modern comfort. It feels as if all my senses have been awakened at once. I was just wondering where those brilliant fields of cosmos flowers came from, and I think I found the answer. Stepping into this garden, you'll see several empty soil beds. I'm guessing this is the supply station for those colorful flower carpets we saw earlier. But it's not just about the flowers. Look over here. There's an entire lush garden filled with all sorts of organic greens. It's fascinating to know that this village is completely self-sufficient, providing clean, farm-to-table food for its guests. Standing here in a space filled with color, fragrance, and the vibrant energy of these organic sprouts, it makes the connection with nature feel truly complete. It's a closed loop and thoughtful process, exactly the kind of place where you can return to the most authentic values of life. People often say, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Here, nature doesn't boast, and people don't rush. We often search for peace in far-off places, but in reality, peace is simply allowing yourself to be still and listen to the breath of the earth. The lush green sprouts and every small pebbled path are telling a story of harmony. When we are kind to the land will bloom for us. This authenticity is truly the most powerful healer for our souls. Looking at this outdoor playground, I can't help but think, I wish I could turn back the clock a few decades just to jump in and play. Hoa Bac isn't just for adults, it's a paradise for kids with so many cool activities. From meticulously painting pebbles, playing Little Farmer by gathering eggs, to planting their very first seedlings. Workshops like these are more than just play. They are the best way for children to truly touch nature and learn about life in the most vivid way possible. A huge plus for families with little ones visiting here. Oh, look at this! I just spotted a fascinating little detail right by the walkway. I thought it was just an ordinary water trench, but no, it's actually a pebble-lined fish stream running along the path. Look at the fish swimming freely right beneath my feet. This creative twist really caught me by surprise. Instead of using dull concrete blocks, they've brought life into every step of the visitor's journey in such a vivid way. It feels like these little friends are accompanying me on my walk. It's truly delightful. Lost in the middle of these blooming roses and coxcomb flowers, I have a little challenge for you. Do you know why these young seedlings are so carefully covered with a layer of plastic? The truth is, this plastic mulch is more powerful than you might think. It doesn't just protect the young seedlings from pests and keep the rodents away, it's also a key helper in retaining soil moisture, suppressing weeds, and saving irrigation water. And I've looked into it. Once these plastic sheets have finished their mission and can no longer be reused, they are carefully collected to be sent through a professional waste treatment process. It's a gardening method that's both scientific and environmentally responsible. No wonder the flowers here are always so vibrant. Stepping out of the garden and looking down at the deep blue river, I caught sight of the radiant smiles of people leisurely paddleboarding. The sound of cheerful chatter blending with the gentle splash of oars makes this peaceful space feel even more alive. It truly is a wonderful way to fully soak in the cool, refreshing vibe of this valley.
Dạ.
Con gì? Dạ. Con hiêu sao hả?
Stepping into this corner, I've come across an incredibly lively fish pond. This isn't just a decorative pond, though. It's a place where everyone can test their skills at catching fish using traditional bamboo traps. It's a hands-on experience that's not only fun, but also a true way to journey back to our childhood roots. This is one of the incredibly calm horses of Leaf Village. Touching its mane and feeling its smoothness and warmth is truly a special sensation. You can rest assured because all the horses here are well trained, making them extremely gentle and friendly to visitors. And there's a quite interesting coincidence. This year actually happens to be the year of the horse. Visiting and capturing beautiful moments with these horses is a perfect way to soak up some strong and resilient energy for the entire year, don't you think? Beside the lively play areas, I noticed that Leaf Village has set up many tents and large wooden huts with an incredibly airy, open-plan design. These are the perfect pit stops for everyone to rest, escape the intense sun, and leisurely gaze at the drifting clouds. Oh, listen, it's such a surprise that right in the middle of this modern space, we get to enjoy Bai Choi, a unique folk art form considered the cultural soul of central Vietnam. More than just music, Bai Choi is a fascinating blend of melodies, poetry, and spontaneous performance. Watching everyone listen so intently and interact, I can truly feel the powerful, living spirit of this heritage. If you're still here, it means you're no longer just a viewer, but you've truly become a part of this Leaf Village journey in Hoa Bac. Together, we've wandered through floral paths, listened to the babbling brooks, and explored the majestic mountains and the gentle emerald Cuda River. Your company tells me that you too love this feeling of being free in the great outdoors. The world out there still has so many hidden gems waiting for us to uncover together. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next trip. Thank you, and see you next time.